Did you know that there is a live stage version of Paranormal Activity? I didn't either, but I do now because I got to see it at the Ambassadors Theatre while I was in London, and holy shit, nothing could have prepared me for what happens in this show. They quite literally did sorcery.
Okay, this could be kind of fun, right? Why not go out and check it out? I've heard some cool things, but I seriously had no idea what I was about to experience. I had zero expectations, but I gotta say, this thing absolutely
shadows
blew my
shifted,
mind.
and the suspense built in a way we could only feel in our seats. Every jump, every silence, every moment had us gripping the armrests. If you're looking for a show that will stay with you long after the curtain falls,
anymore?
Of course you can.
Well, I couldn't before.
This play has everything.
Oh, I love legitimate theater.
Ooh, Alex, I'm in the ghost dimension. Oh, no.
The best part about doing this as an episode is that we get to go back to the ghost dimension, of course.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I left a really good lady there, and I'm excited to see her again. Tito, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry. It was before your time. So actually, our very first franchise ever for this show. Did you know that we're going to be hitting 200 episodes?
Gee, I was just going to drop like a crazy factoid
Did
for
you know that?
Well, if this one comes out after Star Trek Beyond, this is our 200th episode.
What?
We're learning more information about a tragic boat crash involving Canadian multimillionaire Kevin O'Leary.
I know, isn't that insane?
Wow.
Back to the beginning.
How serendipitous.
That's
Look
like
at
2.5 years.
it's a lot of time wasted.
2.5 years of quality audio only content.
Each episode better than the last, meaning this will be the best yet.
And it's fitting because it's regarding a franchise we covered from the dark times.
Yes, the very first franchise. If you've been with us since the beginning, first off, God bless you.
Thank you.
God bless you. And also, sucker, why would you do that to yourself? You may have listened to the very first franchise we ever did, Paranormal Activity. I think I haven't listened to those since we edited them.
I'm afraid to.
I'm sure it's a little rough. I'm sure the editing is now a little bit snappier. Also, they're probably longer. I don't know.
A lot more needle drops these days.
You think?
A lot more cool needle drops.
Yeah. A lot more licensed music now that we have a huge budget.
That YouTube sends us
we can
monthly emails being like, we've altered your stuff.
YouTube, because the feed uploads these episodes to YouTube where... Strangely, okay, listen, no one listens to this show. You know the deal, right? It's not a popular show. But every now and again, like people will watch it on YouTube.
It's
like,
really
what are you
weird.
Doing? Yeah. It's not like a video feed. It's just the episode and our logo in the background. But yeah, every now and again, because of the and I want to say fairly licensed music we use, YouTube will say, we're sorry, you cannot watch this episode in Siberia on YouTube. I'm sorry. You cannot watch this episode. Has been blocked in Inner Mongolia. I'm sorry. Like, all right, fair enough. I guess it's strict over there.
Unfortunate for our Ulaanbaatar fans.
They'll be all right.
But yeah, 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Countless Paranormal Activity films later.
Yeah, countless laughs.
Die Hard.
Smiles. Cries.
What are some of our other long franchises?
Oh, we did. Well,
five Mad Maxes later, 10 Saws
10
later,
Saws,
3 Human Centipedes.
3. Really not that many if you think about, how many legs are on a centipede.
And now what feels like 17 Star Trek.
Yeah, it feels like it's been half a year doing Star Trek. But I guess there's technically 13. And the 13th, let me tell you, oh boy, it's the best. Yeah. It's the best one yet. I think that episode will come up before this. Is that correct?
Oh,
what do you
that,
think?
That one will be our 200th episode.
Okay, no.
Then all this is moot.
Okay, fuck that. This is the 200th episode.
Because beyond...
Star Trek, we are dragging out Star Trek so long.
I know.
Because we did Toy Story 5, all the weeks where I was sick and I missed it. Star Trek really is half the year.
I have some Stockholm Syndrome thing going on where it's like I'm not ready to move on. But I don't have to. I can watch the show.
You have so much show to watch.
But it's going to be weird not like talking about Star Trek for like once a week. I'm just gonna have to talk to
me,
civilians
Jordan,
about
whoever.
it.
Yeah.
Or
We have a Star
coworkers
Trek
and stuff.
group chat now. How far are you? You almost finished. You're like midway through season 4.
I slowed down a tiny bit recently just because I've been busy with work and shit. Yeah, I'm somewhere halfway through. I just watched the episode Data's Day, which is very funny.
I like that one. Yeah, I like that one.
It's very cute when you get to hear his inner monologue and he learns how to tap dance. And
it's funny.
Solves the mystery of the missing ambassador.
Yes.
Turns out she was a Romulan spy.
That's right.
Spoilers.
That's right. That is a good episode. Yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah, it's cute. Well, let me tell you, we got a little bit more Star Trek coming your way, but we're going to pause this to return to our very first franchise, Paranormal Activity, and you might be scratching your noggin right now.
There's no new Paranormal TV guy didn't inform me that there was a new Paranormal Activity film.
I didn't see it on Box Office Mojo, the release schedule, the one website we still always visit.
Tribute Magazine.
ComingSoon.net. I didn't get a little Amber Alert or whatever the Ontario activation alert saying, "Citizen, turn on your television promptly. There's a new Paranormal Activity straight to streaming." Well, you're right. There's not. However, there was news recently that there is going to be a new Paranormal Activity movie, and it is
based
going to be
the play.
It is good. I mean, that would be incredible.
That would be so funny.
That would be incredible.
That would be so funny.
Because well, okay, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
In Oren Peli.
Oh no.
Oren Peli, the god.
Yeah.
Is coming back and is involved in one way or another.
He's wrestled it back from Neve Schulman, from whoever else.
Houston Schulman, yeah.
And he's taking the reins once more.
Wasn't it like one guy who wrote everything? It was like Christopher something. It was like some guy who wrote like basically all of them.
Chris Columbus.
It was Chris Columbus. You're right. No relation. Yeah.
No.
To either other famous Chris Columbus.
The first one was all Oren Peli, I think.
Oh, it's all Peli, man.
Because in this program, I think it says like based on.
Oh, you brought yours too. I brought mine.
Well,
sorry. We are doing the play. This is a first for the franchisees. We are not doing cinema. We are doing live theater.
It's not the first time we've seen a play together.
I go to a play quite a bit.
But
I like to go to the play.
Is unprecedented, uncharted territory. This is insane.
Yes.
And we're only doing it because it's what the franchisees wanted.
I think it's what everyone wants for the 200th episode spectacular. The play is called Paranormal Activity, a new story live on stage. And lest you think this is some sort of, off Broadway fucking community theater.
Oh, it's from the fucking...
Which is what everybody... I mentioned I was going to see this thought. This is
from the West End.
This is from the West End in London, which is England's Broadway. And it is in Ed Mirvish production here, which is Toronto's Broadway.
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much.
It's hard
This was $100+ a ticket. And it was worth it, baby.
This comes from, the same world where, we saw naked Daniel Radcliffe and Equus and stuff like that. This comes
from... Did you see that? I wish I saw it.
No.
Oh, I wish.
But not because I don't want to see Daniel Radcliffe naked, because I don't like horses.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. You didn't want to see him make love to a horse.
Actually. But no, I was wrong. But the blurb I did catch in the program was based... It was the funniest blurb I've ever seen on a theater program. Happy Fringe, everyone, by the way. It's the Fringe Festival going on in Toronto. It's
great,
like small independent theater. And meanwhile, like you've got Ed Mirvish putting on Paranormal Activity. Based on Paramount Pictures' Paranormal Activity films by Levi Holloway. So they're attributing all of it to Mr. Holloway.
Well, that's like a producer, right?
Must
that's
be, right?
Be a producer.
Yeah.
Well, that's dumb.
Directed by Felix Barrett.
Good job. Well done.
Illusions by Chris Fisher.
Illusions.
Chris Angel.
Set and costume designer Fly Davis. That's a cool name.
That's a sweet name.
Yeah, this is awesome.
It's not a cool name. Is Gareth Fry.
Gareth Fry, whatever.
Sound designer. Oh, it's Gareth Fry.
Yeah, whatever.
He sounds British.
Poppy Maxwell. Pippa Winslow. You. This was your idea. We saw this,
sort of,
and when a play comes to Toronto, it's advertised on the subway. It's all over town. it's hard to miss.
Yeah.
When something is there. You know what? And fucking because of the fucking world we live in, Instagram pushing this for me constantly.
Yeah.
In between the stories of the people I love, I get ads for Moomin jewelry, and I get ads for Paranormal Activity the play.
Incredible.
So we had to do it.
It's just too funny. It's too funny. I know we live in a world where they're adapting everything into theater and musicals and stuff like that. But what are the chances? Paranormal Activity, you
of
know
all
what I mean?
things, of all
first
properties.
franchise we did, it really feels like we're living in the Fish Called Selma episode of The Simpsons with the Planet of the Apes the musical.
This was pretty close to that.
It's it's virtually it's not a musical, which will put it over the top of the fact that it's a found footage horror film franchise, and it's like a new story. I saw somewhere it's like a new story in the world of Paranormal Activity.
Right.
And I'm like, what in the world of Paranormal Activity?
What
and
in
you
the
know
world,
what?
indeed?
You know what's funny? After having watched it, it's not.
No.
Which is the funniest thing about it.
Yes, especially for us, a franchise-based podcast. Where does this fit into the franchise?
It doesn't. We know.
Yeah. Listen, listeners, I'm sure most of you have seen the original Paranormal Activity.
Yeah,
maybe you
safe
saw it
bet.
in the theater. Maybe those ads really got to you. Like they got to me.
Where they
when
show
we
you the
were-
audience reacting.
Yeah, I remember being in the theater and being like, I'm about to be fucking terrified. And it's fine. It's not a bad movie. It's not a bad movie. The first one's fine. We've seen all of them. Okay, we've gone to the ghost dimension. We've seen the Latino one. We've seen all of the
Amish one next
we
of
saw
kin.
the Amish one.
What's does number 4 have like a subtitle? Because I know it goes 3.
I don't remember.
It might just be 4 actually.
I thought 3 was the one we thought was okay, right?
3 was the first one directed by Schulman.
Yeah,
and
I think we thought that one was all right because
And-
2 is no good.
2 had a big case of sequelitis. I remember,
Exactly, yeah.
and like the pool lights would go on at night or something or the pool hose, or maybe that was 3. We'll never know.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The point is, this has very little to do with Paranormal Activity, the franchise, and is indeed, as you may have guessed, a cynical cash grab to get people butts in seats. If they had just said this is like a ghost play with some, not tied to any sort of existing intellectual property, I don't think it would have done quite as well.
Sure.
Even through word of mouth of it being scary or whatever. And the thing that's funny is like I was something I was actually impressed by with the play is that it's a proper play. It's not like a total. It's not just like ridiculous. Like, do you remember the movie? Do you remember this? It's not. It really isn't like the Planet of the Apes sort of thing, and it's in a tradition. Especially grand British tradition of like a ghost story. A lot of great plays. There's a million different adaptations for the stage of like Turn of the Screw and like all this other sort
Taming of the Shrew.
Turning of the Shrew, Taming of the Screw, and of course murder mysteries, a very common trope in the theater.
I was in one
whodunits
in high school.
So was I.
There you go.
Yeah, I was the guy who got killed first. I was off stage for most of the time, but I got to come back and say, I'm not really dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a fake one in mine. It was one of those things where, it was like the bourgeois, like hosting a trippy game or something.
Of course.
So I was dead for a while, but not actually.
Of course. Yes, of course. Same. So it really doesn't have anything to do with Paranormal Activity. And when you think about what are the hallmarks of the Paranormal Activity franchise?
Found footage.
It's found footage. Yeah. It specifically has to do with
like a
the
video
camera.
component.
Yeah. It has to do with a fixed frame, and it has to do with found footage, security footage, grainy black and white, nanny cams, whatever, filming you overnight as something creepy happens that you're not aware of, and then you wake up and you watch it and you're like, oh my god, we're being molested by ghosts at night, oh my god. And this doesn't really have anything to do with that. There's a slight technological element, like there's like a TV that turns on a couple times.
Yep.
But it's essentially just a ghost story play. However, the one thing that maybe it does have to do with the Paranormal Activity franchise, in particular the first one, is that it is also a sort of domestic drama, right? About how the ghost...
A couple.
Yeah, ghosties will kind of fuck with your marriage.
Yeah. That, and I think throughout the franchise, from what I remember, it always... Even when it went pretty off the rails and veered into different territory, I feel like it kind of held on to this idea that these presences, they're tied to people versus places. So it's not a haunted house, it's a haunted person, and it doesn't matter what house you're in. But it does totally do away with any of the kind of cult stuff that I seem to recall them introducing in later installments of the franchise, but I can't really remember, if I'm going to be honest with you. I just took a look at the Wikipedia and I had a laugh because PA 1 to 4, they're just numbered, and the fifth one is when they started introducing subtitles, and they did so, of course, with the marked ones, which was
of course
great subtitle.
Yes, and then it goes to mention, which we got really excited for, and then was a bit of a letdown. It was a bit of a
flop. Yeah.
Of course, they also have another sort of recurring trope or scene in the franchise, which is at some point they have a psychic or a medium come and visit and do a seance. That's not in all the films, but certainly I think, in the first one and a few of the other ones, they have some sort of spirit guide who comes in, and it is not helpful at all.
I had a laugh, and I may be like misremembering this, but I feel like there's one where they, like, the psychic immediately comes in the house and is like, fuck this, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I think so. I mean, that's sort of what happens in this play too. Like the psychic kind of comes and goes pretty quickly,
but I remember in like one movie they almost like made a knowing joke about just how like immediately, but
I think so.
I want to remember that being the case because it tickles me.
Let's just say that's what happened.
Sure.
Listen, this was years ago.
That's true. 2.5 years ago.
Alex and I think I can speak pretty safely for the both of us. We've not gone back and revisited any of these films. Right?
That's true.
I do not watch Paranormal Activity every year.
It's been 2.5 years for me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
It's a long time. I see The Umbrellas of Cherbourg out. Did you watch that?
No, my friend lent me this copy.
It's beautiful.
I'm excited to, kick Star Trek to the curb and finally go back to some cinema.
Some real French cinema.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. You're going to like that. That's a great movie.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's very beautiful. It's very sad.
I'm hoping it's, a cut above Section 31.
It's Section 31, I think, has some Jacques Demy sort of elements, some influences.
It's a musical film.
It's musical. Maybe not like in the same way, but
it's lyrical.
It is. It's got some flourishes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you went to this play.
I did.
With Ruby, right?
Yes.
And I went by myself. I was trying to find a time with friend of the show, MJ. MJ also went, is not present here
in the room,
but we will contact her through
telepathy and seance.
And I'm sure we'll be able to drop in a recording of hers because, she was excited about it and did go.
Yeah.
Because we were kind of like, oh, you could be on the show. I mean, I'm sure she also just wanted to see it.
I think she just wanted to see it.
Yeah.
Which
but the real reward is being on the show. I mean,
that's true.
This is huge. And then also Tito saw it with her dad and brother, and totally independent of coming on the show. And they were, I remember getting a message from her like, oh, we're really close to the stage. They were like in the first couple of rows. I thought, okay, if I'm going to go see a frickin' play and spend some money on this, I'm going to get a decent seat. So I didn't get the most expensive seat, but I got a nice seat right in the middle on the floor, and it was perfect. I was able to see the entire stage. I was pretty much in the dead center, and I don't think I missed anything because of that. So that was good. And of course, Alex, the fixed frame of found footage is not dissimilar, and in fact is the son of the original fixed perspective of Lady Theater.
That's true.
Right?
The proscenium stage.
The perineum. Yeah, right? I think it's perineum.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, or perineum.
The gooch.
Yeah, well,
gooch
what have we said about Star Trek Beyond? Beyond what? Beyond my balls is my taint.
Yes.
And indeed, that's the experience I had with this play. I thought, okay, this is a real trip. I'm used to watching movies. I could reach out and touch these people. They could make a mistake, live, and they would just have to go with it. There's no rewind. There's no pause. I can't pause it to go pee pee and poo poo. I have to just sit here and poo and pee in my pants. It was a bit of a trip, right? But I just imagined myself, okay, I'm watching a TV with a really big screen. I'm just in the theater, and it's just a fixed perspective the entire time. And so in that sense, it does replicate the experience of watching the original films.
Interestingly enough, I do think there was a bit of a flub during MJ's the show she saw.
Oh, really?
So we'll leave it to her in the ghost dimension to tell us about it.
Oh, well, just tell me what happened.
Okay, well then she doesn't have to mention it in her thing.
Well, she could, yeah, whatever.
But apparently, okay, so there's this. So basically, it's like you're looking at the cross section of a house, right, with like multiple floors.
Yes,
it's actually a very impressive stage.
It's a great set design.
Yeah, like when the curtain went up, I would listen. I wasn't a huge fan of it. What I said was that I think it's technically kind of impressive and creatively bankrupt.
Sure.
But Ruby was quick to tell me that I did gasp when the stage, when the curtain went up, and I was like, wow, this is an amazing set.
Oh yeah, it's a proper play. Yeah.
And so you're basically kind of looking at 4 or 5 rooms of this house at all times, whether or not people are in them or anything.
Yeah, there's a downstairs and upstairs split level stage. The downstairs is all one room, one living room with a front door, and a side door to the garage, a window, a kitchen, a television. The upstairs, there's a split into 3 rooms. A sort of landing area with a room in the back that's like a potential nursery for this new couple.
They're hoping to have
where a
children.
lot of the scary stuff happens. There's a bathroom on the other side, and then a bedroom on the other side.
Yep. And so there's one moment where, it's ostensibly the woman who's being haunted first. She's had this... spoilers, by the way, you're not going to get a chance to see this. It's gone.
It's gone in Toronto,
back.
But you know what? I have a feeling like it's going to play here at least once or twice a year. It's a huge hit.
But so she's kind of being haunted by this demonic creature thing that's kind of been following her until since she was a kid, where she lived with abusive parents, and a fire in her apartment or house or whatever cost them their lives, and she became an orphan. So there's a moment where we're kind of dealing with the domestic drama of it all, her being you need to believe me, I'm being haunted, and him being God, I don't know, maybe you're just crazy.
Yeah.
And so she goes upstairs in a huff, comes downstairs in a bathrobe.
Oh no, that part they flubbed it.
Yeah, because it's kind of an effective scare.
Okay, let's talk about this, and then we'll get to the mistake, okay? Because that's so unfortunate.
Yeah.
This play is in 2 acts, right? With an intermission where everybody is chatting about how could they have pulled off that last scare, right? It's kind of a good ending middle point, right?
For sure.
Basically, yeah, the setup is there's this couple. They're an American couple who've moved to the UK.
London.
No, London. It's always raining, isn't it?
Yeah.
But not many people know that.
Let's go to the West End.
There's a new play based on our friend Oren Pelly's musical.
Or they may play our Blair Witch Project.
They may play about anything these days. And it's true. They do make a play about anything these days. And it's an American couple in Britain. The guy is a little bit of a... He's a well-meaning, but he's a little bit of a prick. He's a bit of a douchey kind of guy. And the gal is haunted by an evil spirit. The central tension is, she has had these past breakdowns related to this haunting, and
she's blacked out.
Yeah, he's not. She's lost time, right? He's not really sure how to deal with it. He's trying to be supportive, but he's kind of bad at it. He's kind of doesn't really believe her. Maybe thinks it's like mental illness rather than like an actual spiritual thing. He's trying his best, but he's a bit of a shit. Basically the whole play is them arguing about this sort of stuff, right? There's a couple of scares here and there. A lot of it is like environmental stuff, like, you know, rattling in the window and lights going out and
a weird light effect at one point that I was actually kind of like, how did they make that like happen? Like in the bathroom, it just goes dark and then all of a sudden you just see like random sparks of light kind of shooting.
Oh, it's just classic stagecraft.
Right.
And it's very, very technical production with a lot of technical cues that could go wrong. And my production seemed like very flawless.
Same.
Basically, if there's a reason to go see this play, I'll come to another main criticism soon, and I'll also read what Tito had said as well. If there's a main reason to see this play, there's one really, really well executed scare that is both actually frightening, I thought, and technically impressive. And it happens not right before the intermission, but like pretty shortly before that it kind of becomes the thing everyone's chatting about in their seats while they're waiting for the second act. The second act, I think, therefore, is underwhelming because there's nothing in the second act that's quite as good as that.
But they try too. Like the second act is just like
there's
scare
possessions
after scare,
and there's
it's not as effective as that one scare.
It's not. So let's tell us like what that scare is.
So they have a bit of an argument. She storms upstairs. You see her come down. She's wearing like this big bathrobe and she's kind of pouty. And she goes to the kitchen and just kind of, she's up at the counter like facing away from the audience.
Yeah, she's like chopping vegetables. They're making dinner, right?
And he is just kind of like monologuing at her. He like comes to his senses, calms down, like wants to like patch things up and is like I'll put on some music. Like, why don't I make this for dinner? He's like, honey. And then all of a sudden the real woman comes, this is on the bottom floor. She pops her head out of the door on the top floor that we saw her go in earlier.
Yeah.
She's still up there and she's like, who the hell are you talking to? And then all of a sudden the bathrobe that's been standing at the kitchen counter just collapses to the ground.
As if there was a ghost in there the whole time.
Yeah.
It's genuinely, I mean, people were fucking freaking out.
Yeah.
And so I had not had anything spoiled for me about the play. I had heard, however, that there was one really great, ingenious scare that people really liked. I had not heard it had anything to do with bathrobe or it had anything to do with anything, whatever. So when she comes down in the bathrobe, I don't really think of anything of it, right? But after she's standing there for a little too long,
I thought of it too.
I was like, oh my God. And you could feel it in the audience. So people were like, people could feel something was wrong. And I was like, no fucking way. It's going to be like a ghosty or it's going to drop and whatever. And then everyone's like, how did they do that? Oh, and I mean, you know, it could have been a double. I mean, it probably was a double or it probably, a trap door, of course, but it's like, it's pretty flawless.
No, it was great. It was a great effect.
So what happened in MJ's show?
Apparently the bathrobe like wasn't like falling down or something like that. So he had to kind of like, you know, go up to her and stuff. And he was like, hey, like, is everything okay? And then she basically said that they kind of had to like reset for a hot second. Like the lights went down and came back up and then they like did it again or something. So something within that mechanism.
No,
I know.
That's terrible.
I know.
Oh no.
I know.
Oh, that sucks. That's like the one thing in the show that's really good.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's really too bad. I would ask for my money back. I would say, I want my money back, please. This sucks.
I will say that moment kind of leads into the seance scene with the medium, where they have like something to pick up, you know, voices from the ghost dimension and stuff. And that scene kind of builds to quite like a hectic climax where a lot of spooky things are happening. And there's a a Hereditary-esque scare where up in the nursery you see the door come open and there's like a naked fat guy.
There's a fat, bald, naked man with his little ass, his little Hank Hill ass standing there. And then it cuts to black. That's intermission. And I remember being like, okay, whatever. That's so funny. Because the speculation during the seance is perhaps you're being haunted by one of your dead parents, like your dead mom or something, right? And she's like, no, that's not what it is. It's not what it is, And then it's like, it's a fat man.
It's a fat naked man.
It's a fat naked man.
It's for us PA pros, we know that typically it's less ghosts in this movie and more like demonic presences and stuff that want to cause mischief or do harm, or it's demons that are being worshipped by the cults in these movies or whatever.
Yeah. It's bad stuff. Like they'll kill you.
They get violent.
They'll possess you and they'll make you kill people or kill yourself, and it's serious stuff. There's really no way out.
So up until the intermission, that last kind of moment, it was getting pretty hectic and crazy, and I was still kind of like floored from the bathrobe scare.
It's so good. It really is so good.
My hopes were kind of high, I was like, oh, this is maybe there will be like more ingenious kind of effects like that.
Well, surely they have to match it or
top
exceed
it. Yeah. And they do a lot of stuff in the second act, but it's just it wasn't as effective.
No, it wasn't. Nothing. That's the height of the play. Nothing ever gets there.
Yeah.
Basically, like there's more sort of possession stuff. There's another scene where the guy is like wandering around in the dark with this like phone flashlight, and you see another sort of double situation where it's like the girlfriend's not on the couch. She doesn't know where she is, and then he comes back down again and she is there. She's been there the whole time. Like, that was well done, right? But it's not as shocking, right?
They recreate some of the like iconic scares from the movie where you see like a shadow move along the wall and then like kind of like pull a blanket off of them while they're sleeping and stuff like that.
I was wondering if there was going to be a lot of like chairs moving around sort of stuff, which would have been also technically impressive, but really that's the only, and then that part is shrouded in darkness. So, not that makes it less scary, but it's maybe less technically impressive.
Well, they do a couple things where he's, FaceTiming his mom and stuff like that. And then like it becomes apparent that it's not his mom and some sort of like malevolent force. And it's like,
she's telling him
the door.
She's telling him to kill himself.
Yeah. And then turns out the quote unquote real mom is at the door. So that's kind of like the bathrobe scare, but like less effective because it's done with technology or whatever, and like it's not with the person actually on stage.
Yeah, and they have the mom kind of do this little thing where it's like
she like pulls out her eyes or something.
Yeah, they do a lot of like fake outs where it's like, oh, the mom really came to visit because she was worried, and she's like, I called your work and they said you haven't been there in weeks, and blah blah blah, and you must be going crazy, and you're there's tension between the mom and his wife because she thinks that she's like not good for her son because she's like mentally ill and everything, and how can they have kids? There's this whole like anxiety about having kids, right? He seems to be kind of pushing that idea, making this upstairs room a nursery. That's sort of the source of a lot of the malevolent presences in the nursery and so on. So the mom comes, and you think for a while that she's actually come to try to help them. And then it turns out, she's actually a projection or a physical manifestation of the ghoul, And she's like rubbing her face, like and something's gonna happen
she's
with her face.
She's doing like a peekaboo or something.
She's doing peekaboo, and I thought there was gonna be something really like it was gonna be like a really big special effect, and then it's like a very classic, and I mean literally as classic as it gets, Greek theater. From the olden days, where she does this like I don't have any eyes. Oh, Oedipus, I stabbed my eyes out.
And I was sitting,
and it's like not scary. It's stupid.
I wasn't in the top deck, but I was in the mid deck, kind of in the center, so like a good view, but like not the best close-up view of the actors. So from where I was sitting, it was like, hey, did she do something weird with her eyes? And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure she did something weird with her eyes, but didn't really get to like, revel in the effect of it.
Well, a few more things I'd like to talk about. The performances, I thought were
pretty good.
Fine. Yeah. When I was reading this, I didn't know who was in it. Right. And when I was reading this program before it started, I like to read, where are they from? Like, what TV shows, movies were they on? The lead guy, Patrick Husinger, is in one of my all-time favorite, beloved millennial core classic movies, Frances Ha, which was a movie that was like really big and important to me in my 20s, even if it's a little cringe to say so. I love this movie, right? And he plays, I was like, oh my God, I saw that credit. I was like, who is this fucking guy? He's Frances Ha's best friend's boyfriend, Patch,
right?
who's like a normie, sports hat kind of wearing guy. And I was like, wow, it's fucking Patch up there on the screen as I live and breathe.
Stage.
Up there on the stage. See, I'm so movie pilled.
Yeah.
I was so for the first like 10 minutes I was like, wow, that's Patch, cinema royalty, like there he is, and I'm sure he's in other stuff. The one thing other than the fact that the second act is not as good as the first act, I think the flaw is like the writing, right? The thing that's impressive about this play is the technical scares and the stagecraft. It's well done, and it's especially that bathrobe thing is really worth it. It was actually very frightening and shocking and very well done, at least in the versions we saw.
Yes.
sorry, Mary Jane. However, it's not a great piece of writing, right? It's not a great piece of theater. And in particular, I think the main guy's good. And I think the girl's good too.
I like both of them.
There's a hard time with some of the dialogue, especially because there's a lot of like this thing that you see in a lot of theater, film as well, TV, but especially I think there's something especially difficult about it when it's in a theater where they really don't sell a lot of the kind of swearing. It sounds really forced. It sounds like it's completely unnatural, and it's a real shame because that's a lot of the dialogue where it's like fucking this and fuck that, and it feels
fucking
like
ghosts.
It feels like kids. It feels like when my friends and I in high school drama did a scene from Reservoir Dogs.
And you got to swear in front of the teacher and not get in trouble.
I told you about that, right? The teacher was like, okay, he stopped us like halfway through and was like, this is ridiculous. Like this, it wasn't like you're in trouble because you're swearing. He's like, I just don't buy it.
Right.
And he was right.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah, because we were like, fucking 14, 15-year-old, being like, fuck, I fucked her in the pussy, man. I'll fuck you in the fucking fuck. And it's like,
you shoot me in a dream, you better wake up and apologize.
It's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid.
Child.
And it just felt really fake. It felt like you're watching a bad theater, right? Which is sort of what this is.
Yeah, it was, everything around it was just kind of like a vehicle to do some like really neat technical effects. On a narrative note, I was just getting a bit lost in the sauce because, spoilers, you think it's like a presence that's been haunting the woman since, turns out she kind of like purposely burned her parents to death. She let on the gas and whatever. But then really, really, really quickly towards the end, you start to discover that, he has some skeletons in his closet, like literally.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the ending is very funny. Yeah.
And it was just like, okay, that comes out of nowhere. And then we have this like pyromania themed demon that seems really like centered on her and everything. And I guess either it was actually a ghost haunting him, or it was a demon and a ghost working in conjunction with each other, which is also a really funny idea.
I guess they just maybe they realize, hey, these two are like lovers. These two are like married. Why don't we link up? Why don't we collab? Right? Yeah,
that's fun.
So the scene at the end where she is confessing to him, the real truth about her childhood trauma, that she actually burned her parents alive because they were abusive and neglectful and alcoholics and everything. And encourages him to share his deep dark secret, which is that when he was like a teenager in his early 20s or something, he was drunk driving,
listening to Lithium by Nirvana. Which is how the play opens.
That's
it's
right.
like dark and you just hear Lithium get louder and then cars screeching, and I was like, oh, someone got in a car accident while listening to Nirvana.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's right. I forgot it that's how it opened. Yeah, that's right. He did a hit and run of like a kid and like never faced any justice for it and lived with that for the rest of his life. Yeah.
And only recently did that ghost decide to start like haunting him, looking for revenge.
Right. Yes.
Because she is haunted because she's been dealing with shit like this like all her life.
Yeah.
And they think it's her. And he's had no complaints. He hasn't mentioned that. Like, by the way, this same kind of stuff has been happening to me all my life.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, within the last little while, this girl he ran over has decided to haunt him.
Yeah, it's a tandem sort of thing. Yeah. And so, then it's another fake out where it's like, I'm not your girlfriend, I'm the ghost. Why'd you hit me with a car?
Yeah.
He freaks out, he runs outside, and he gets hit by a car.
Which is a hilarious effect.
It's very funny. It's like the space between their front door and the road is like
Must be
1
inches.
meter.
Yeah.
So and the effect is well done because it really looks like a car.
It seems like he gets hit by a car.
It looks like he gets hit by a car.
It's really funny.
There's some very technically impressive stuff. I know I've said the word technical a million times, but here are Tito's thoughts. Okay, let's see. I wish I was stoned for the play. Those are my 2 cents. I like getting high and scared. My thoughts are the robe thing was cool. I should have sat further back than like second, third row. The use of fuck was annoying, like I was saying, and the second act was gay. And then I said, okay, can I read this on the pod? She said, read this. Hi, Alex. How's it going, Alex? What are you up to? Can you do 5 cents, Alex, for me? Do you like me, Alex? Be honestly. And Balthazar is actually a good movie, by the way, so I don't know. Maybe you're just wrong. I asked 5 cents. Yeah, like touch, smell, see the other 2.
Yeah.
That's my Paranormal Activity review. I like the house design and outside sounds.
We can all agree on that.
I don't know why they swore so much. It was so annoying to me, giving low intelligence, like middle schoolers saying it all the time vibes. That's true. No need for all that. Time and a place. Ask Alex is you guys can watch the Naked Brothers Band. Oh, yeah. You ever watch that when I was too old for that. Were you too old for that?
Naked Brothers Band.
You know Nat Wolf, Alex Wolf? There was like a Nickelodeon show. We were too old. Read our whole text convo, like me texting this. Hi, Bello, banana, ha ha ha, minions. Pinochet, a new Minions movie, allegedly.
That's funny.
And then I was like saying how people are serious film people are giving this Minions movie like 4 out of 5 stars in Letterboxd. That's cool. I see the same thing for that Sheep Detective movie.
Yeah,
I don't know if you know this, but baby stuff, it's hot right now. Goo goo gaga. We should all wear diapers.
Baby stuff is hot.
There you go. That's the official Tito review. Do you have anything else to say? Yeah.
At the beginning, early on, she's ghost pilled and she thinks something's been haunting me. So in a gesture to be like, I take this seriously and I care about you, he gets her a bell that's like a replica, I guess, of famous skepticist Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. He had a bell at his funeral.
Famous believer.
Oh, he was a believer, right?
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes, he believed in the fairies, of course, as we know.
And he was...
It's true.
And he was like, when I die at my funeral, I'm going to come back from the dead and ring this bell as a ghost. And it never did. So he gets her this bell and he's like, if something should ever happen to us, like to one of us, like we'll come back and like ring this or something, to prove that this is real and there's an afterlife. And immediately, as soon as he said that, I turned to Ruby and I was like, this is how it's going to end. I was like,
well,
the play's gonna end
shit.
with it. It's Chekhov's bell. And it's true. I called it. I said one of them is going to die and ring the bell immediately.
Yes, but you know what? They kind of waste that moment because he gets smashed by the car.
Everything happens so fast.
It's over and the bell rings really quick when it's already dark, right?
Everything in the second act is like a blur.
Yeah.
It's like being hit by a stage car outside of your stage house.
Wham! Yeah.
It happens.
Honk.
really quickly, and it left me in a daze. And then I went and I got an Italian sandwich.
Oh, lucky you, eh? That's nice. Any other plays you've seen recently that you enjoyed? I mean, we enjoyed, of course, last year, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead with the two hobbits, Billy Boyd and
Dominic
Moynihan. Yes.
I saw a play a few weeks ago called...
A few weeks ago.
Wow. Oh, geez, what was it called? Primary Trust or something, and it won the Pulitzer the other year.
Wow.
And I thought it was oddly a bit too sweet for me, given that it was also about a man with horrible, debilitating anxiety and mental health problems. It was a bit too cutesy for me, and all his problems are kind of solved by getting a job at a bank, and I don't know. I was really kind of surprised that it had won the Pulitzer.
It's seeing a play that you're not enjoying is tough because they are, one, more expensive than movies, and two, you can't really walk out like you could in a movie. Not that we do that.
Nope. How do we rate or rank this? Do we have to re-rank the franchise? Because I don't really remember where.
I don't remember at all.
Yeah.
But
if you had to give this out of 5 programs,
right, I would say this is a solid 3-star. If I'm a theater critic, one of the great old jobs that probably exists less and less, even possibly less than film critic, or maybe about the same, because you need to have a film critic and a theater critic at your paper, right? Mm-hmm. One would hope. If I'm a theater critic, I would give this a slightly embarrassed 3 stars out of 5, because I think it's stupid. I think it's crass. I think it's a play for mouth breather, knuckle dragger losers. And my entire audience was a bunch of fucking normie, non-playable character, never been to a play in their life. Everybody's fucking Apple Watch is going off. There was a guy next to me with a fucking watch that kept lighting up.
Those watches need to be stopped.
The watches are fucking dumb.
Leave the watches at home.
I asked him, could you please turn it? Because it's pitch black in the play.
It's crazy.
Could you please turn that off? What are you doing? Are you looking at email notifications? What could possibly, you know what I mean? What could you possibly be looking at? The watch was this big. It was this fucking big. It was huge.
They're a real problem.
Oh, it's just so stupid. Anyway, I'm just saying this is a play for dumb babies and for the mentally infirm. That's all I'm saying.
And Apple Watches are for dumb babies and the mentally infirm as well.
Yes, I think they're stupid.
Yeah,
yes.
I think they're stupid. Track your heart rate watching. I guess your heart rate would spike.
There's stuff you want to use a smartwatch for. That's okay. But when you're in a movie theater or in a play, you should take it off, right?
Yeah.
You should take it off.
Anyway, I would give this 3 programs out of 5.
Embarrassed.
You
have to be embarrassed about enjoying it.
And I have to drive the point home. It's strictly based on the spectacle of it.
Yes.
It was spectacular in the sense that it was a spectacle.
It will not be winning any Tonys or Pulitzers or Obies or Drama Desk Awards, but it is impressive. Best technical production. That's the runner-up award you can give it.
And maybe the second best property in the Paranormal Activity franchise.
Those movies are not very good. So this is pretty good compared to them. Yeah.
Anyway, Rob, you came just in time for the end of our 200th episode spectacular.
Yeah, come here. Come here.
200 episodes?
Come here.
Congratulations.
It kind of snuck up on me, so I didn't get anything to celebrate.
Oh, hello. Welcome. 200 episodes. Wow, huge. Let me open this can of thing.
Oh, that sounded really good. That's
cracking.
A beer, by the way.
Is that a beer?
Oh, it's a full beer.
Oh, wow. It is Friday night. All right, cool.
Friday night, 200th episode.
Can't believe it. 200 episodes. It was crazy, including all the bonus bullshit.
Yeah, here's to 200 more.
Yeah, I think after 200 more, we'll kill ourselves. live on air. Yeah. All right. Until then, ring the bell. Ding, 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 ding. Franchisees, thank you so much for listening to the 200th episode spectacular Paranormal Activity Play Edition. We recorded this before the passing of Sam Neill. Of course, we'll talk about him on a later episode. But this song right here goes out to the late, great, the throat goat, Lindsey Graham. who's burning in hell right now. Y'all, it's hot down here.
And haunted, I find a solitary head, golden still I reminisce. I'm haunted, haunted by your soul. Haunted by your hair. Haunted by your clothes. Haunted by your eyes, by your soul, by your hair, by your clothes, by your eyes, by your voice, by your smile, by your mouth, by your soul, by your hair, by your clothes, by your eyes, by your voice, by your smile, by your mouth, by your soul. Haunted. This is for when you feel happy, and this is for when you feel sad, and this is for when you feel nothing. When the minutes drag. When the minutes drag. And this is for the tears that won't dry. And this is for a bright blue sky. And this is for when you